What's up, guys? Welcome to Move to Action. Hey, let me just jump right in. I want to tell you a little story. Growing up, I got a crazy brother. My brother's name is Micah. Crazy guy. Here's the deal. I had some friends over. What we did is we made a bag of those bone-in Tyson barbecue wings. All right, we made all 50. There's 50 in a bag. They're little, but we still made them. I had me and two friends. We made them. Put them in the oven. We were downstairs playing video games, doing that deal, right? Micah, my brother, goes upstairs. He's about to leave, about to take my mom's car and leave. All right, we're in high school. I think I was a freshman at this time. Means Micah was a junior. So he goes up there, and while we're playing these video games, takes our wings out of the oven and eats. I repeat, eats 50 wings. Makes himself physically sick so that we can't have them. Shoves his big gullet full of all of our wings. Doesn't say a word, walks out, goes straight to the car and leaves. We come upstairs to eat our wings and realize Mike has eaten all of them. Didn't throw the bones away. There's 50 bones just sitting there where that big galoot has eaten all of them. So we decided to get some retribution. So what we did is Micah's truck, little Toyota Tacoma, is right down there, right off my parents' deck. So what we did is we took all the bones, we threw them into Micah's car, tried to make a mess, and really didn't feel like it was enough. So what else we did is we took some paper towels and laid them on the counter, and we would put mayonnaise, mustard, and ketchup in there until they were nice and soggy, right? And then we'd take them and we'd throw them down on Micah's car. It was splattered all over. The car was black, but you couldn't see any black because of the mayonnaise, mustard, and ketchup. It was incredible. It was 95 degrees outside during the summer, so that means that cooked on his car all day. Me and my friends had a good laugh about it, found something else to eat. All right, and then we're sitting there, we're still playing that video game, trying to beat this video game throughout that night. Okay, so we're doing that, we're focused, and then at about 11 o'clock at night, the doors to the downstairs, the double doors kick open. And Micah is standing there, right? The room we're in is dark, and then there's light behind Micah. So there's this silhouette of Micah, and he has two machetes in his hand. Literally two machetes in his hand. Now, there were three of us, right? I don't think we could have taken them anyway, but there were three of us, but he had machetes. So my parents are asleep, and I am screaming, "Mom! Dad!" before Micah cuts us up, butchers us, right, and eats us like he did those wings. Now, here's the deal. Micah came in the room with some weapons, all right, and all we had in our hands was Xbox remotes. We were not fit to do that battle. What I want to talk about today is our weapons. To move to action, for us to continually move to action, we have to have the right weapons in our hand. And so many of us, we have this victim mentality because we do not operate like we have weapons to fight off the thoughts, the negative thoughts we have, the anxiety, the depression, the relational things that come at us, and we do not feel like we have something to attack back. But I do not believe that that is true. In 2 Corinthians 10, 4 and 5, it says this: the weapons that we fight with are not weapons of the world. So we don't fight the same way the world does. On the contrary, we have divine powers to demolish strongholds. We demolish arguments and every pretension that is set up against the knowledge of God. We take captive our thoughts and make them obedient to Christ. The first weapon that we have, we can take our thoughts captive. We're going to talk about the weapon of the Word of God next week. But to move to action, we have to arm ourselves. The first thing we have to do is be able to take our thoughts captive. Now listen. Let me take this a little bit deeper. I'm not just talking about when you think a bad thought, thinking, oh, no, go away. I don't want to believe that. What we need to do is we need to get proactive and not just take that thought captive. We need to chase it down to the source and kill the source. Whatever it is that makes you feel insecure, whatever it is that makes you feel depressed, whatever it is, you need to pursue that thought, chase it down, and eradicate that. Whatever it is that the enemy is calling you and telling you, you have to take that thought captive. That's why Jesus died. The hill that Jesus died on, that he was crucified on, is called Golgotha, the place of the skull. Jesus won the eternal battle on the place of the skull, and we have to win the battle in our skull, in our mind. We have to arm ourselves with that weapon, if not only if we want to live in the freedom that Jesus died to give us, but if we want to be able to be aggressive, if we want to be able to fight professionally, spiritually, relationally, emotionally, we have to be able to arm ourselves to take our thoughts captive. Let me give you a warning, because I think so much of our society is already in this place. In 1 Samuel 13 through 19, it says this about the nation of Israel, the people of God. Not a blacksmith could be found in the whole land of Israel, because the Philistines said, otherwise the Hebrews would make swords and spears. The Philistines had enslaved the Israelites, and they had taken all of their blacksmiths, so they had no weapons. Guys, what the devil is trying to do is he's trying to take the weapons out of our minds, out of our hands, and make us defenseless, make us have this garbage victim mentality. But that's not who we're called to be. Not only can we arm ourselves, but can we become the blacksmith for others? Can we fight for others? That is huge. The move to action step, the first I want you to do this week is I want you to take your thoughts captive, chase them to the source, and kill that source. And the second thing I want you to do is to be a blacksmith for the people around you. Create, push, innovate weapons in people's minds, in their hands, for them to battle what the enemy puts in front of them, because you, not only you, but the people around you are called for great things, called for eternal things. That's in Psalms 139. It's in Ephesians 2:10. You are called for great things. So let's arm ourselves, let's fight, and let's be blacksmiths for others. I want you to tell somebody your plan for this week. Remember, people put power to the plan. Let's have a plan to change the world. I love you so much. Please move to action this week. I'll see you next week.